A subscriber recently shared a heartbreaking story that perfectly illustrates how a small misunderstanding with SSI rules can destroy someone's financial stability. He wrote that his 71-year-old friend, who receives $950 a month in SSI, unknowingly went over the $2,000 asset limit for a period of 2 years. Because she didn't know this rule even existed, Social Security reviewed her bank records, flagged every month she was above the limit, and declared the entire 2 years of payments as overpayments. Now Social Security is taking $100 out of her monthly check, and she must return thousands of dollars she cannot possibly afford. Sadly, this situation is not rare. Thousands of low-income seniors fall into the same trap every year. Stories like this reveal one of the biggest hidden dangers in the SSI program: the lack of clear communication. Most seniors assume that as long as they report their income and stay within basic rules, their benefits will continue smoothly. But a simple mistake, a tax refund, a small inheritance, a one-time deposit from a family member, or even just saving a little money each month, can push someone over the resource limit without them noticing. Social Security often doesn't inform people in real time. Instead, they conduct reviews months or even years later, and the overpayment amount suddenly appears like a financial bomb. For seniors living on $900 to $1,000 a month, losing even $50 is painful. Losing years of benefits is devastating. To understand why this happens, it's important to explain what SSI actually is. Supplemental Security Income is not a retirement program like Social Security Retirement or SSDI. It is a federal welfare-based safety net program for people who have very low income and very limited resources. In other words, the government only provides SSI to people who are considered in financial need. And because of that, the program has strict rules on how much money and assets a person can have. For an individual, the resource limit is $2,000, and for a married couple, it is $3,000. These limits include cash, savings, certain investments, and anything else that could be used for food or shelter. One major issue is that these resource limits were set decades ago and have never been adjusted for inflation. Back in 1989, $2,000 was worth more than $4,800 today. Yet the rule never changed. As the cost of living has skyrocketed, this outdated limit makes it extremely easy for seniors to accidentally violate the rule. Worse, Social Security automatically counts many types of deposits toward resources, including refunds, gifts, back payments, cash deposits, and even transfers from one account to another if not properly documented. This outdated structure is why millions of people are at risk each year, despite not intentionally breaking any rule. What many SSI recipients don't realize is that even being over the limit by one single dollar technically makes them ineligible for SSI during that month. For example, if someone has $2,001 in their account on the first of the month, Social Security can count that entire month as ineligible. When this happens repeatedly, even unintentionally, it adds up. Let's say someone receives $950 a month and is found over the limit for 24 months. That becomes $22,800 overpayment. This is exactly what happened in the story shared by the subscriber. And the most unfortunate part is that the person often has no idea anything is wrong until they receive a sudden notice from SSA. SSA typically discovers these issues during redeterminations or SSI financial reviews, when they request bank statements going back months or years. A simple tax refund, stimulus check, back pay from another program, or family support deposit can push someone over the limit for a few days, and SSA counts the whole month. Another problem is seniors who withdraw cash and then redeposit it, not realizing SSA may count this as income unless it's clearly documented. These technicalities create a perfect storm where genuine mistakes turn into large debts. When Social Security identifies an overpayment, they send a notice explaining how much they believe you owe, which months were affected, and how long the balance was above the resource limit. However, these notices are often confusing, written in legal language, and difficult for seniors to interpret. Once SSA determines the total amount, sometimes thousands or tens of thousands, they automatically decide how much to deduct each month from future checks. Most commonly, SSA deducts 10% of the monthly benefit, but for SSI recipients, they often set an automatic deduction such as $50, $75, or $100 per month, unless the person immediately asks for a reduction. SSA's collection process is aggressive because federal law requires them to recover overpayments unless certain conditions are met. They may also send letters to family members, garnish future SSI or Social Security payments, or hold back cost of living increases, COLA. Many seniors panic when they see this letter and think they must pay the full amount immediately, but that is not true. SSI recipients have rights, and SSA must consider financial hardship if the person cannot afford the monthly deduction. But these protections only work if the person responds quickly and knows what options exist. SSI recipients have 3 powerful tools, but many seniors don't know they exist. First, they can file an appeal if they believe SSA made a mistake. For example, if SSA counted money that shouldn't have been counted, like certain burial funds, a protected ABLE account, or an excluded resource, the person can challenge the decision. SSA must then review the case again, and benefits may continue during the review if the appeal is filed within 10 days. Second, a person can request a waiver if they believe the overpayment was not their fault, and paying it back would cause financial hardship. This is extremely important for seniors living on less than $1,000 a month. If SSA approves the waiver, the entire overpayment can be forgiven, meaning the person does not have to pay anything back. Third, even if the full amount must be repaid, SSA is required to lower the monthly deduction if the standard amount is too high. Many seniors have successfully reduced their deduction from $100 down to $10 or even $5 per month, simply by proving that higher deductions leave them without money for rent, food, utilities, or medicine. These options can dramatically reduce stress and protect financial stability. To prevent this from happening again, SSI recipients should monitor their resource levels closely. The simplest step is to check your bank balance on the first of every month, because SSA determines eligibility based on the amount you have on that day. If you are approaching the $2,000 limit, consider spending down legally on necessary items such as medical expenses, dental work, eyeglasses, home repairs, or durable medical equipment. These are all allowed under SSA rules. Also report every deposit and change in resources to SSA immediately, even if you think it does not matter. Keeping receipts, bank statements, and a personal log of what was reported can protect you during future reviews. For people with qualifying disabilities, another option is an ABLE account, which allows up to $100,000 in savings without affecting SSE resource limits. While this doesn't apply to everyone, it is a life-changing tool for those who qualify. Additionally, avoid mixing different funds in your bank account. For example, keep tax refunds and SSI payments clearly separated and documented. Finally, encourage viewers to ask questions in the comment section so they don't repeat the mistakes others have suffered. Knowledge is the best protection against overpayments. And the goal is for every SSI recipient to stay compliant, stay informed, and keep their full monthly benefit without risk. Thanks for watching Social Security Post. If you have any SSI or Social Security questions, drop them in the comments and I'll reply. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.